Hi, I'm Barb, Meeple PhD.
And I'm her husband, Andrew.
And today we're going to do a playthrough of Quacks of Quedlinburg, the subject of my latest Cosmic Game Connection.
Quacks is a game designed by Wolfgang Warsch with art by Dennis Lohausen. And in the edition we have, it was published by North Star Games.
So Quacks of Quedlinburg is a pool building and press your luck game where we are all quacks building our special potions to sell to the people over a 9-day festival. So let's see which one of us can fleece the people the most. All right, so we have the table set up for a 2-player game of Quacks. We have our player boards here that are cauldrons that we will be building up potions using ingredients from our bag each round. We have a droplet that starts in the center. This just advances where you get to start your potion when we get to that. We have a rat stone that I'll talk about, and we have a flask. We also have our starting ingredients here, which are 4 white chips. These are called, I think, cherry bombs in the rules, but only ever referred to that once. So otherwise, they just call them the white chips. 2 chips, 1 3 chip, all in the white. And then we have a garden spider and we have a pumpkin. We will probably revert to just calling these white, green, and orange, but we'll see. So this is going to be played in rounds. These ingredients are going to go into our bag. One important rule, once the ingredients go in your bag, you don't get to look in your bag again. So you kind of have to remember what you've got going on for your strategy. Each round, we're going to build up a new potion. But the round starts by reading a fortune. We'll resolve it either right away if it's a right away one or later in the round. And then we'll start building our potions. And we do this simultaneously. The way you do it is you just start pulling ingredients out of your bag and placing them in your pot. You look at the number on the chip and you move it to the next spot that many spaces. So I've got my 1. So if I pull out my 3 chip here, I move 1, 2, 3, place it here. And you keep doing this until one of 2 things. Either you choose to stop or your pot explodes. And the way your pot explodes is if the total on all of your white chips exceeds 7. So right now I have 5 on my white chips, and this is indicated here on your board. I have 5 on my white chips. I actually couldn't explode at this point because I have already gotten my 3 out of the way. So I probably would draw at least 1 or 2 more chips. Now I have a 1 and I have a problem. So if I draw one of those 2 chips, I'll explode. Let's say I go ahead and stop at this point. I would wait for Andrew to stop, and then together we would go through the steps on the board here. The first one is to see who made it furthest in their pot. Whoever did that gets to roll this die for a little bit of bonus, either points or moving this droplet forward or a free pumpkin to put in your bag or even a ruby. If we tie for how far we get, we both get to roll the die. So ties are friendly in this game. Then we look at some special abilities of the chips, which we will do when we go over the chip abilities in a minute. And then we check that next space. So you're always checking the next space after your last played ingredient. If it had a ruby on it, like this one does, I would get to take a ruby into my supply. It doesn't, so I don't get a ruby. Then we all get to get points. Again, you look at that next space, and whatever's in the little rectangle there, you get that many points on the board here. Then you get to buy new chips using the bigger number on that bubble. And so here I have 8 to spend. The rule here is that you can buy 2 new chips maximum, but they have to be 2 different colors. So with my 8, I could buy a pumpkin and a blue chip, also a crow skull, I believe. And then those would go straight into my bag, and I would never see them. Well, I might see them again in the next round, but I don't get to look at them again. Now, if you explode, I'm gonna go back just a little. If you explode, there are 2 penalties. One, you are not in contention for the die roll. You're automatically out of that. And 2, you only get to do 1 of either getting points or buying new chips. Early in the game, you're often going to buy new chips. Later in the game, you're going to get those points. So then the final thing in the round is if you have 2 rubies, you can spend them, pairs of rubies, it's not just 2 at a time, to either move your droplet forward, which again advances where you start your potion the next time, and for all other rounds, or you can flip your flask, which we haven't talked about. So when you're building your potion, if at any time you pull out a chip and you don't want to place it in your pot for whatever reason, maybe it's going to make you explode, you can flip your flask to put that back in. But once you've used the flask, it is used until you pay some rubies to flip it again, or maybe get an ability in the fortune deck.
Thematically, I think you're pouring the contents of the flask into your pot and it's canceling out
The terrible effects that you're going to do. Yep. And so that's the structure of a round. Let's go over what the chips do, because that's really where the game sings. And we have this set up for the number 1 books. Each of these are double-sided, and there's more of them even in the box. So there's a whole bunch of other abilities, but we're just going to do the number 1 ones to show you how the game works. So actually in all of them, the pumpkin is the same. It is just a pumpkin that advances you a little bit further without exploding your pot. But they do chain together with the red ones, the toadstools, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
The toadstool will move a little bit further depending on if you have played pumpkins in your pot already. So if you've played 1 or 2 pumpkins, you add 1 to the value on the red chip. If you've played 3 pumpkins already, you get to add 2. So that can just help you move along in your potion. So the crow skulls, the blue ones, when you draw one of those out of the bag, you'll look at what the number, you'll place it in your pot, and then you'll look at what the number was. If it was, say, a 2, you then get to pull 2 ingredients out of your bag and decide whether or not you want to play one of them. You can play one, or you can just throw them both in your bag if you want. And that can be chained together with more blue ones, which is always fun. Then we have the garden spiders. So this comes into play down here. If it is the last or second to last in your pot, you will get a ruby. And then finally on the board we have the black ones, the moths. This depends on how many your neighbor has played as well. So in the 2-player game, if we've both played the same amount in our pot, we get to each move our droplet forward 1. If, say, I have played more than Andrew, in addition to that droplet move, I also get a ruby. Let's see, there will be 2 other ingredients that come out during round 2 and 3. We've got the mandrake. This one's pretty cool. When you place it, if the previously placed chip is a white chip, you get to just throw it back in your bag. You've still advanced that far in your pot. You just get to not explode as quickly, hopefully. And then we have the ghost's breath, the purple. And this one just gives you bonuses depending on how many are in your pot at the end of the round. So if it's 1, you get an additional point. 2, you get a point and a ruby. And 3 or more, it's 2 points and you get to move your droplet. But those don't come out till a little later, so I'm going to keep those to the side. So we will play through 9 rounds. During round 6, we get an extra 1 chip in our bag, so that'll be great. And then at the end of the 9th round, instead of buying new chips, you actually spend those to get points. A value of 5 gets you 1 point. And then instead of spending your rubies to flip your flask, you can spend your rubies to get points. And then whoever has the most points will win. So are we ready to start?
Yeah.
All right, let me get all my chips back in my bag. And I will also point out we have the upgraded chips. We played this enough and noticed that the cardboard chips kind of got a little
grimy, a little frayed.
And so we wanted to get these upgraded chips that not only do they not get that grime going, and I almost felt like I could feel the white chips after a while because those are always in the bag. But these are just so satisfying. Probably annoying on camera. I have no idea, but I don't care because it's more fun to play.
They make a very satisfying clicking noise as you shake up your bag.
Okay, so we're going to start the first round with a a fortune card. Usually we have whoever the start player for that round is read it. Start player doesn't come into effect much unless you start running out of chips, and then it's important because they may get the last of a certain chip before someone else that round. So our first fortune is wheel and deal. You can trade 1 ruby for any 1 chip, not purple or black. Now sadly, this is a bad one to come out at the beginning of the game because we have no rubies.
And it's purple, so it triggers now?
Immediately,
so,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so the backs of these cards will either be purple or blue. Blue is usually triggered some other time during the round. Purple is right away. So no good fortune for us, but that's all right. Now we start building our first potions.
Okay.
Ooh, I didn't start with white.
Oh, I just simply drew a 1.
Although this is also a bad spot for the green to come out because I won't get a ruby from it, but...
2, so I'm already at 3 white in my pot.
I'm at,
Still safe.
I'm at 5. I'm still safe.
My green comes out.
Come on. Oh, so now I have a decision to make. I'm at exactly 7. I have a lot of things in my bag that'll cause me to explode, so I think I'm just going to hold.
Okay. I'm still at 3 white, and my pumpkin and green came out, so I'm going to keep going.
Oh, yeah, you've got a lot in your bag that won't explode you. In fact,
1.
nothing would explode you.
Well, now I'm at 4, so even the 3 will
Yeah.
just bring me to the threshold. Please be the 3, actually, because that would let me go the furthest. And it's the 2. So we're all playing our turns at the same time, so I can actually look at Barb's and say, oh, I've gone further. Or actually, we're tied.
We're tied at this point.
So, and I am at 6.
And,
so I could live
and you would get a
dangerously.
ruby
Yes.
if you stopped.
Or I could live dangerously and try to draw 1 more. And hope I don't draw the 3. I will live dangerously. Don't be the 3. Don't be the 3. Don't be the 3. Don't be the... It's the 3. So I placed the 3 as before, but I have exploded.
Yeah, so even though he's further in his pot, I get to roll the die because he exploded. And I get a point. I go into a screeching lead. All right, so that's that one. We don't yet have... Well, no, we do have the green, but mine came out too early, and so did yours. So now next space is a ruby for me.
Not for me.
And even though he exploded, he could still get the ruby if that had come out in the right spot. Points. So I get 1 point. Are you going to do points or
So I would
buy?
get 2 points, but I'm going to buy instead.
Okay. So I'm the start player. I have 9 to spend. I think I'm going to go for the red and the pumpkin and the toadstool strategy. So I can get a 1 red for 6 and a 1 pumpkin for there's only the 1 pumpkin, and that's exactly 9. Let's go in my bag.
Okay, so I have 12 to spend. So I think I will get a green 2 chip, which is 8, and a pumpkin, which is 3, which is a total cost of 11.
So you waste 1, but you couldn't have bought the 2 because they would be the same color.
Right.
But that would have been your 12. Yeah, got it.
Right. I could have bought... Oh, actually, you're right.
Yeah. Okay, so now if either of us has 2 rubies, we can spend them. I do not. You do not. So we clear our board, and we'll be ready for the next round.
Okay.
So now we'll move this to the next round. We bring out the mandrake is now available. This is the one that lets you get rid of the previously played chip if it's white. We check for rat tails. I don't know if did we do that in the rules explanation? I think we did.
I think you did,
So
yes.
there's 1 rat tail. Andrew is at 0. There's 1 rat tail between us.
So my rat stone goes 1 ahead of my droplet.
So
So
when
that's going to be my starting point.
Yeah, when he starts a little ahead of me. And then read our fortune.
Okay. So another purple fortune. Choose. The player to your left may permanently remove a white 1 chip or take a chip of their choice.
So that'll be for each of us.
Right. So I make the choice for you. You make the choice for me. I think you can take a chip of your choice.
Okay. I will let you do the same.
Okay.
A chip
So you could take a 4 something.
And Mandrake is available this time. I'm going to take a 4 Mandrake. That's also the most expensive one. No, the 4 blues are a little bit more expensive.
Yeah. I think I will opt for the 4 blue.
I do like the blue strategy. Okay, so we've done our fortune. And now we build up our potions again. But now we have more ingredients, which will not necessarily stop all the whites from coming out right away, like my 3 white chip coming out first.
Okay, my green 2 comes out. Much too early to be of any use.
I'm going for the seltzer strategy over here.
Followed by my green 1.
When we get all the white chips going, we call it the seltzer strategy.
My 4 blue has come out.
I'm going to flip my flask because I got my one of my 2 white chips, and I'm already at 4.
Okay, my 4 blue has come out.
Oh.
So I get to draw 4 chips. And they're all white ones. So I don't have to put one in my bag
Right.
or in my potion. I think I may as well.
That's up to... Yep. Yeah. I apparently forgot to use any of my good... Oh, my goodness.
Oh, you're already at 6.
I'm already at 6. One of my non-white ingredients has to come... Oh, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got my Mandrake, so it comes 4, and then this guy goes back in the bag.
Good.
So now I'm at 5, and I can't explode immediately. Oh, good. Whew.
I'm at 4 white chips in my pot, so I'm still completely safe.
So I've got 3, 4, 5, 6,
So
7.
let's ask for a 2. It's a 2.
I've got to stop.
I will stop here too. I'm only at 6. I'm not going to push it this time.
Oh yeah, because you that 3 came out last time. So I'm exactly at 7 here. I could push it and try and get to the next ruby, but I want points.
Okay, and you are ahead of me.
So I got to the 14.
Right, and my next one is the 13.
Okay,
so
I
you get to roll.
Oh, sorry. I
One
get a pumpkin. Oh. Goes in my bag.
Okay, evaluating the greens.
My green didn't come out.
Mine all came out too early. Next space a ruby.
Not for me.
It is for me.
Okay. Points.
So 2 points for me.
And 3 points for me. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay.
Okay.
And then buying.
And since I read, I was the start player. So I have 13 to spend. I think I will do a green 2 chip, which is 8, and a blue 1 chip, which is 5.
Okay.
8 plus 5 is 13, right?
Yes.
Just checking. And blue 1 chip.
Okay.
They go in my bag.
So I have 14 to spend. I kind of want to keep going with the red strategy, which means I could either get a 1 or a 2, but if I get the 2, I guess I could get the 2 and a pumpkin. It wastes 1, but that helps me with getting more pumpkins out if my red chips ever happen to decide to come out of the bag.
Right.
Okay, so we both bought.
Last chance. Spend pairs of rubies.
I only have
neither.
1.
Me too.
Okay. So now it's the next round.
So on to round 3 and the ghost's breath.
So now we
comes
can,
out.
Yep, and so we can only buy 1 each round, but if it comes out, you get some additional bonuses during the evaluation phase. So, clear our pots. Read our fortune. Actually, I think we do your rat stone first. You get 1 again.
Okay.
And then read the fortune. A good start. Choose. Use your rat stone normally or pass up on 1 to 3 and take that many rubies instead. So I don't have any rat stones, but Andrew could give up his 1.
I think I will, in fact, take that off.
And get a ruby. It's not so bad. Yeah. And here we go. Building up our come on. I gotta do better than last time.
A blue 1.
I got my pumpkin.
So I get to draw a single chip out and decide whether or not to put it in. Green 1. I'll put it back in.
My 3 white keeps coming out like first or second in my pot. But if I got my mandrake, that would be perfect. No. Ooh! Okay, so I got my red chip, and I already have 2 pumpkins, so instead of moving 1, it moves 2.
2 pumpkins?
Yeah, so it moves 1 additional.
Okay, yeah.
Yep. Ooh. So I'm at 7 exactly. But I have so much in there. I'm gonna push once.
I've been drawing out my 1 white sequentially. Oh, here's the 4 blue.
I got my pumpkin. So if I stop here, I get a ruby next round. But if I know I have at least 1 more white in there. If I pulled that out, it would move 4 because it's a 2 chip. I'm gonna push 1 more.
Okay, I'm going.
Oh, you're gonna do.
I'm going to pull 4 chips this time
Nice.
and decide which one, if any, to put in.
Oh, the 2 white chip, I'm sure. Oh
the
no, the
3.
3 white chip.
I will do the pumpkin,
Okay, now I got.
and the rest go back in.
Oh, now I have to think.
Ooh, my 3 white has come out. I'm now at 6.
I want to play 1 more. But I shouldn't.
I think I will use my flask at this point and put the 3 white back in my bag.
So I can't look in my bag, but I can root around and see.
And I pulled the 1 green. Good.
So there are only 2 things in this bag that will cause me not to explode, so I'm going to set my bag down.
Okay. I am now at 5. I could pull 1 more because only the 3 would make my
Oh, you have
potion
lots
explode.
of options there.
But I don't feel like I have that many tokens left in the bag.
I did a hand count. I had 6 in the bag, so 4 of them were my 1 chip, which would cause me to explode.
I'm the risk taker, so I shall take it. It is the 3. I have exploded again.
And again with the 3.
Yes.
It knows exactly when to come out of your bag. Okay, so even though you made it further, I get to... Oh, yeah, no, you made it further. I get to roll. So I get a ruby. All right, next up, we haven't bought any black chips. My green chip did come out in the right spot, so I get a ruby for that.
So did mine.
We haven't bought any purple
Oh, no,
yet.
actually mine didn't.
Oh, no, because you
drew the
pushed
extra.
your luck. Now, points. I get 3 points. And you can choose points or a buy.
So I could get 3 points or spend 15. I will spend 15.
Okay.
Even though it means I'm falling further behind.
All right, so I get to buy first. I get 15. I'm going to buy a purple chip for 9, and then I can get another 1 red chip. I'm really going to try and hammer on. Look at how many pumpkins came out. If I'd gotten another red out, that would have been perfect. So what are you going to buy?
I will buy a red 1 chip and a purple.
Hey, that's exactly what I did.
So, okay.
All right, and now I do have 2 rubies, so I'm going to spend 2 to flip my flask. I could have moved my droplet, which would have been nice, but I like to have the safety of the flask.
Okay, I will actually spend 2 as well, but I will move my droplet forward 1.
Okay, now we clear our pots. Move the marker forward and on to the next round. So what is our fortune?
If you have 2 or more rat tails in your cauldron at the start of a round, you may roll the die once. and collect the bonus.
Oh, okay.
Therefore.
Well, you get 2 rat tails.
Certainly will. So
So,
I shall roll.
and don't forget to do your rat tail too. Oh, you get a pumpkin.
Okay.
And your 2 rat tails. And
Okay.
here we go. Come on, good stuff. All right, pumpkins are coming out.
1 blue for me, so I get to draw a single chip and decide whether to put it in or not. 2 green. I think I'll put it in, even though it's wasting its special power.
Why does my white 3 chip come out so often in the beginning? Although I guess that's better than exploding on it each round.
So my 4 blue came out, so I get to draw 4 chips.
I was hoping that would be my mandrake.
I'll do a pumpkin.
4, 5. So I'm at 5 white already.
I have not drawn a white chip yet.
I don't want to hear it. All my pumpkins have come out, so now it's time for my reds to come out.
So I drew a 1 red. I have 1 pumpkin out, so that means it goes an extra
I'm throwing
pumpkin.
that back in. I have like a pumpkin spice latte here going. That's all I've got.
So do I.
You at least have more than just... Oh, come on. Now I could explode. I have so many things in this bag that aren't pumpkins.
A 1 purple comes out.
There we go. So I got my 1, my toadstool, but I have 3 pumpkins in already, so it goes 2 additional.
Good.
6. I'm at 6 white, though. There's 3 things in here that won't cause me to explode.
Okay, I'm at 2 white, so I will keep going.
Oh, but that isn't one of them.
1 green.
Oh, I haven't exploded yet.
My 3 comes out, so I'm now at 5 white.
I don't like you over there. You've you've gotten your pot a lot better than mine.
Oh, and a 2 white brings me to 7.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, I will stop.
So I got my 2 toadstool, and I have 3, so it goes 2 plus 2 more. I think I have to stop because I'm right at 7, and there are things in here that won't cause me to explode, but a lot that will. So even though
Okay.
I'm not ahead of you, I think it's the smart thing to do.
Okay, I managed to both get the lead and not explode. So I get to roll the die.
At long last.
1
Ooh, you
point.
get a point.
Okay.
All right, so now green's in the right place or black? We haven't bought any black yet.
No.
You're green?
So no, not for me, because they're
Oh, there's 3 there. Okay.
3 black.
Purple, I think we both had our purple come out.
Mm-hmm.
So we each get a point.
Okay.
And then next space a ruby, not for me.
Not for me either.
And points, I get 4.
Okay, and I get 5.
5. Now buying. You get to go first.
So I have 20 to spend.
Ooh.
So that's enough to buy actually anything. I'm tempted by the green 4 because its power isn't super applicable, but it's the cheapest 4 out there.
Yeah.
And so I'm increasing the average size of the chips in my pot the most. I still have 6 to spend.
Which could get you any
could
of the
get-
1 chip. Well, I guess the red or another
Yes.
blue if you wanted.
Yes. I think I'll go for 1 red.
Okay.
So that's exactly 20.
So I've got 17. I'm going to get another purple. And hopefully I can start getting some of those droplet moves. Oh no, droplet moves comes at 3, but I can't do that till I've bought 3 of them. And then I'm going to spend the rest of it on a 1 mandrake because I need to get some of the whites out of my pot. So that's all of mine. Rubies to spend, I have none.
I have none.
I mean, I have 1, but not enough.
Okay. That
so
ends
now
the round.
we clear our pots. My flask is still.
Move the round marker to round 5.
And we get our new fortune, which is charity. The players with the fewest rubies receive 1 ruby.
That's me.
Ugh.
So I get a
All of
ruby.
these, I shuffled all of these apparently, and all the purples came to the top. Oh well. All right, so did you do your rat stone?
No.
I think it's just 1 rat tail?
I believe it's actually
Or is it 2? Oh,
2.
there's one coming
2.
up there. Okay, yeah.
So 1, 2.
And here we go.
The simultaneous play does make this game go pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's true.
Ooh, my 3 white came out.
So did mine.
Oh, good.
Like it usually does. First or second.
Maybe you'll
in
draw a
the pack.
mandrake.
Oh, that would be perfect. With my luck, I will not. No, I got my purple.
Oh, I drew purple as well.
Oh, got my second purple. Okay, well, it's paying off.
Drew a
at
2
least.
white, so I'm already at 5.
I'm at 4.
And unfortunately, my flask is empty, so I can't recover.
And my toadstool came out before any of my pumpkins this time.
Oh, 1 white. I'm now at 6.
You're having a turn like I usually have. So I'm at 5. Come on, good stuff.
I feel like I need to keep going. There's only 1 white 2 chip in here, and I have lots of other chips.
6.
A red 1 chip.
I'm at 6. There's so much that could make me explode.
So I had a pumpkin come out, so the red 1 chip advances 1 extra.
I exploded.
Oh, okay. I think I will draw 1 more. 2 green.
Oh, nice.
Okay, I will stop there because my next space is ruby.
And you're already getting 1 from your green. All right, so I can't roll no matter what.
Okay.
Because I exploded. You get
1
a
point for me.
All right. Black chips we haven't bought yet. Green, yours came out in the right place.
Yes.
So you
so
get a
I
ruby.
get a ruby.
Purple chips, I had 2 come out, so I get a point and a ruby.
And I had 1 come out, so that's just a point.
All right. And next space of ruby, yours is
Okay.
points. I am going to buy, not get points.
Okay. I get 3 points.
Uh-oh.
We are now tied again.
Don't like this. And now, oh, I guess I would start Claire.
Yes.
So I have 15 to spend. I wonder, I feel like I should finish my purple collection so that I can get the maximal reward out of that. So I'll take 1 purple.
Okay.
And then that leaves me with 6 to spend. Given how many pumpkins I have, I think I'll keep going with the toadstool.
Okay. I have 15 to
Didn't
spend.
help me at all this time, though. But sorry.
I think I will get a black 1 chip.
Ooh.
And that leaves me 5, so I will buy a blue 1 chip. Not doing much for my overall average.
No. No, but the black chip will help you start moving your droplet, so I maybe should have done that.
Okay, so we can spend our pairs of
Rubies.
rubies. I will spend 2 rubies to restore my flask.
I'm going to
and
do the
refill it.
same. And then that's it.
Okay.
Clear our pots.
Send my rat stone back to its initial location.
Oh yeah, look at you not getting rat stones this
Yeah.
time.
So we move to the next round, and this is round 6. So we each get an
Oh.
extra 1 chip.
Because I needed more white chips in my bag. I didn't. All right, read us our fortune.
Okay. Ah, it's a blue one. In this round, your purchasing power increases by twice the number of rat tails in your cauldron. But we aren't going to have any, so it makes no
So
difference.
It does nothing for us. That's great. What was the title of that one?
A rat's blessing.
Oh. So we're not blessed by the rats this time. So right, no rat stones. Here we go.
My 2 white came out right off the bat.
Mine did too. It would be great if I got my 3 now, like I usually do.
Ah, a 4 blue.
I got my 1. It's almost worse. I almost like getting the 3 white out of the way so it doesn't whammy you later in the round.
True. I think I will opt for the 4 green. Even though that means I'm giving up on getting a ruby from it.
Ooh. Now I'm at 5.
I'm at 3.
I don't know if I should flip my flask. I keep doing that too quickly. I'm just going to keep going.
My black moth has come out.
Ooh, okay, so I got my red toadstool and I have 2 pumpkins in, so I get to move 1 additional.
I'm now at 5, so now I'm starting to, if I draw the 3, I'll explode.
I also get to move that one in an additional. Maybe this is the round that the red strategy pays off.
Two green.
Sadly, my
One
mandrake
more.
came out not after that too, but I will take a 4 chip. It's nice.
Purple 1 chip came out. Good.
I just got a purple. Ooh, all right, so now I have 3 pumpkins, so my 1 chip goes 2 additional.
I just drew a blue 1 chip, so I get to pick a chip out of my bag and see if I want to put it in. It is another blue 1 chip.
So might as well.
So I can repeat.
Okay.
This is a 2 green.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Next
Oh, I
space
do
is a
still have
ruby.
my flask, so I can keep going.
I've been dancing on the edge for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chips.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Because I haven't drawn my 3 white chip yet. Am I flying too close to the sun?
I can't answer that for you. You still have your flask though, too.
Yes, but if I draw the 3, that won't help because I'll have exploded.
No, you get to, before you put it in your pot, you get to flip your flask.
I'm not sure that's the case.
It's before adding it to your pot. We will go check the rules in a second.
Okay. A red 1, and I have 2 pumpkins, so that advances only 1 extra. I feel like I'm going to stop here.
Okay.
Even though I would love to get further and get another ruby, but...
Well, Andrew's right. If your chip causes you to explode, you cannot flask it away. So he was right to not push his luck.
Okay.
All right, so I made it to the 21.
I made it to the first 21.
Me too.
So we are tied.
So we both get to roll the die.
Okay. I'll go first for no particular reason.
So
2 points.
Ooh. Inconclusive. All right. Ruby. Okay.
Okay.
Your black chip came out.
I did.
So you get a ruby and a droplet move, because I have no black chips.
And my droplet moves up.
My green is in the right spot to get me a ruby. And then my 3 purples came out. So I get 2 points.
2 points and a droplet move.
Oop. And a droplet move. You had 1 come out, so you get 1 point.
Okay.
Okay, next space a ruby. Not for me. Oh, neither. We got to the same spot,
Yeah.
so no.
So neither of us.
And we both get 6 points.
Okay.
Because neither of us exploded.
17 to 23. 16 to 22.
Okay, and we get to buy.
So 21 points, or 21 coins to spend.
Yeah.
I think I will buy a 2 blue, which is 10, and another black, which is also 10.
So I have 21. I'm going to buy a 4 mandrake, and then I have 3 left, so I can add to my pumpkin strategy.
Okay.
And now we can spend rubies. I will spend my rubies for another droplet move.
I will do the same.
Okay. And then we get to clear our pots.
Okay, on to round 7.
Yes.
So nothing special happens.
Okay. Let's see. The white blessing. After you stop, if the last chip in your cauldron is white, receive as many victory points as the value indicated on that chip.
Oh, okay.
So if you stop with your 3 white chip,
Presumably that means you don't get that if you explode, because it says after you stop.
so the rules describe stopping by an explosion, so I think this works either way.
Yeah, that seems correct to me.
Okay, so that would have been great for you early in the game.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Oh, rat stones. I don't think I get any.
Actually, you do.
I get
you
one.
Get one rat tail.
First one of the game. Although that also means I'm behind, so I don't like that. Oh,
Nope.
my red came out too soon.
As did my 2 green.
Needs to wait for my pumpkins.
One blue,
Ooh.
so I have a choice.
What'd you get? Oh,
I'll
nice.
Put my 1 black in.
So I'm getting not whites, but they're all ones, so I'm not moving real fast. Ooh, now I'm getting some pumpkins, so those reds will move a little faster. I should watch what I complain about, because now I got a 2 white.
No, the 4 green comes out.
Oh,
Too early to
nice.
be useful for its power, but 2 blue.
I got both of my 2 whites. Two whites.
Okay, I could do another pumpkin or a
Yeah.
red. I'll do the red. So I have 2 pumpkins already, so that red moves an extra 1.
Oh, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm at 6 white.
I'm at 1 white.
There's one that will cause me to explode. I don't want to hear it.
Another 4 blue.
Oh, come on. I'm at 7 now. But I have so much.
I'll do the 1 purple.
I have so much that isn't white in here that hasn't come out yet. Come on, fingers. Find the ones that aren't white.
Another pumpkin.
Got a purple. The smart thing to do would be to stop right now. But the thing I'm gonna do is to keep going. So I have 1 pumpkin in. My red moves an extra. Ooh, I had my 2 red, so it moves an extra.
Oh, I'm starting a
Oh my
stretch of white chips.
Look at how far you've made it, though.
Oh, red. And I have 3 pumpkins, so that moves an extra 2.
I exploded.
Oh.
But with my 3 chip, so I'll get 3 points out of it.
Oh, excellent. Okay, I'm now
man.
at 6.
You made it most of the way around your spiral there.
I think I will draw 1 more, and hopefully I will not draw a 3 or a 2. Actually, both my 2s are out.
3, 4, 5, 6.
So as long as this isn't a 3 white.
Oh. So that at least gets you to
Okay. I will
a
stop
ruby
there.
spot. Okay. So I exploded. You get to roll the die. I mean, you also made it way further than I did, so.
Mhm. So a pumpkin. That can go in my bag.
All right, so your black chips came out.
Mm-hmm.
So you get a ruby and a droplet move.
Okay. Droplet.
Next space a
Green.
ruby. Oh, no, green. Sorry, didn't go through all those.
Yeah,
Your
not
greens
for
were
me.
in the wrong spot.
I do have a purple out, so I get 1 point from that.
Okay, I have 2 purple out, so I get 1 point and a ruby. And now, next space a ruby. Yes for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes
and
for
yes
you.
for me.
Points. I have to decide if I'm going to do points or buy. I think if I don't do points, you're going to get far enough ahead of me that I have no chance of winning, so I'm going to do points instead of buying. So I get
Okay.
5 points.
Okay, so 23 to 28. I get 9 points.
Yeah,
So
see.
24 to 33.
I'm already going to have trouble catching up.
And now purchasing, so you've foregone your chance to purchase. So I have 25 to spend.
Ugh.
I will buy a 4 mandrake, please, which is 18. That leaves me with 7 to spend. I'll buy a red 1.
I'm trying to horn in on my strategy. I think this is the first game where I haven't bought any blue chips.
Oh, okay.
Which is weird. All right, and now we can spend rubies if we would like.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually going to hang on to mine. We're only 2 rounds from the end, and I'm far enough behind that extra point might help me.
And your flask is full?
And my flask is full. I could move my droplet, that would help, but I am going to get some extra rat stone, so I'm not going to buy anything.
Okay. I think I will spend 2 to move my droplet.
Okay. Now we clear our pots again.
Okay.
Oh, you know what we didn't do? We didn't each get our extra... Oh. So I get 3 extra points, right? Because my last one was the 3. Did you end on a white?
No, I ended on a black.
Okay, so
I get
3
nothing.
points for me. I'm less far behind than I thought.
Okay, and you only get 1 rat tail for round 8.
And now read our fortune.
Purple. Choose. Take 4 victory points or remove 1 white 1 chip from your bag. I assume it needs to be chosen in player order, so I choose first. I will remove 1 white 1 chip.
Just in time. I will take the points.
And
2, 3, 4. Which means you get the rat tail this round.
Okay, that changes things. But only 1. Okay. Okay, round 8.
Penultimate round. Please get all my good ingredients.
1 blue, so I get to choose. Draw 1 and optionally put it in.
My purple started coming out.
I drew a purple.
So that's good.
Let's do that.
Ooh, and a pumpkin. So now my red strategy might pay off.
4 green for me.
Oof. I think you have way more 4s in your bag. Ugh. Go away. Go away, white chips.
I think it's hard to beat having lots of 4s.
Yeah, it's true. So I have my 2 came out, and I have 2 in there, so it moves 1 extra.
Blue 1, so I get to draw 1 and look at it.
I'm actually going to keep my
4
3.
blue. Yes, I will put that in.
I'm debating putting my 3 back, but I'm actually going to put it out because then it can't whammy me later.
Okay. And you might draw a mandrake.
I might draw... I don't have as much in there as I would like. Oh! Ha-ha! But I do have enough.
Oh, so my 4 mandrake came out, but also some pumpkins and my 1 black. I'm going to put the 1 black in. The moth.
So you can get a droplet move.
Yeah.
But I don't have any... 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't have any black in my bag, so that'll guarantee.
Oh, my 3 white comes out.
I got my 4 mandrake without a white behind it, but that's okay. It's a 4.
Oh, 2 white. I am now at 7.
Oh, wow. I'm at 2.
I will use my flask and put that 2 back. Shake things up and hope for the best.
My favorite is when I get it right back out again.
1 red, but I have no pumpkins, so it gets no extra movement.
So I'm at 3.
Another 1 red.
Now I'm at 5.
No, 1 white, so I'm now at 6 white. But I have lots of chips left, and only 2, my two whites will
3, 4.
make me explode. So I'm going to draw 1 more.
Yeah, I'm at 2, 3, 4, 5. Only my 3 chip can make me explode, but at some point I'm going to draw by accident.
It is a 1 red. And that gets me to a ruby space, and here I think I'll stop.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm right at 7.
Which means you're some distance ahead of me. But
1, 2. So there are 3 things in there that can make me explode, right? Because I have 5 1 chips and my 3 chip. And that means there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things. So it's half and half whether I will explode. So I'm going to stop.
that does seem too risky.
It does, especially when I'm ahead like this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I get to roll the die, and I get another pumpkin. So your black chip came out, so you get both a ruby and a droplet move.
Okay.
I should really start collecting
Oops, that's
those.
not my
Yeah,
rat
don't-
stone.
yeah.
There we go. Okay, and a ruby.
And then green. Did those come out in the right place?
Not for me.
I didn't get any green, actually. And then purples, I had all 3 of mine come out. So that's 2 points for me and a droplet move.
And I had 1 come out, which is just a single point.
Okay. Now we, next space a ruby. Not for me.
Yes for me.
Points, I get 8. 8.
And I get 6.
Okay. And now buying. So I have 24 to spend, but I think you are the start buyer.
Okay.
Start player.
Yeah, so I have 21 to spend, so I will take a 4 mandrake, which is 18, and a pumpkin, which is 3, and adds up to 21.
Okay. And I have 24 to spend. I'm going to get a 2 blue. It might be too late to get into the blue business, but...
So that's 10.
So I have 14 left. I could get a 4 green and have another 4 going around.
Mm-hmm.
Or I could grab another 2 because I've got so many pumpkins that would actually let me move further. I will take the 4 green. So that is exactly 24. Yes.
Okay.
That is it.
Collect everything up.
Back in the bag.
Oh, spending our pairs of rubies.
Oh, right. I'm
So-
going to hang on to mine.
My flask is empty.
And we're going into the last round.
And we're going to the last round, so I feel I want it available.
Okay.
So I will spend to refill it.
All right.
Okay. So final round.
So this round plays a little bit differently than the regular round. Instead of both of us making decisions on our own and then stopping whenever, we will play simultaneously. We will pull something out of our bag or not and simultaneously reveal it. If you reveal an empty hand, you are done for the round. You can't come back in. Otherwise, we'll keep going until we both stop or explode. Does that make sense? Okay.
Okay.
So, we need to do everything else
Yeah.
first, though. Fortune. In this round, you may put the first white chip you draw back into the bag. So we'll have to remember that. That's well stirred. And then you get 1, 2, 3 rat stones. So here we go.
Okay. So I can actually put this one back in the bag.
Because of that, yep.
And I won't draw a replacement
Yep.
because we're trying to stay in sync.
Okay. Oh. Would have been worth hanging on to your white one,
Yeah.
apparently.
Oh well.
It's funny, we both had our 4 mandrake come out at the same time. Okay. Early on, of course.
It's
We're
very
gonna keep
unlikely
going.
we're going to
So
stop.
this is my first white one, so I'm going to throw it back in my bag.
Okay,
And
I
now we're
drew a
done with
purple.
that. Oh. Well, now would be a good time for another mandrake.
Okay.
Oh.
Excellent for you.
It's like I called it. You haven't gotten any of your copious blue ones yet.
No.
Which would pause our game for a minute. Okay.
Okay, I'm now at 2 white. You still have
I
none.
still have none. My one went back in the bag. That was nice. Oh, now I've got 2. I think I have one more mandrake somewhere in this bag, so if it wanted to come out now, that would be great. But no.
I would like some of my blues to come out at some point.
But I do have 2 pumpkins.
now
Oh,
4.
I have 3 pumpkins, so this actually moves 2 additional.
Okay.
That's nice. You've got none of your... You have so many blues in there.
Mm-hmm.
Oop.
This
So
puts
I'm
me
at
at
3.
5. Is it worth flasking to
So your
just get
3
rid of a
hasn't come
1?
out?
Right. But I may as well, I think.
Yeah.
Because the 3 would make me explode now. So I will flask and put that back in. And try to do better.
Draw randomly better. That's another purple. That's
Pumpkin.
nice. Okay, so and as we established, I have 3 pumpkins in here, so that moves 2 additional.
Okay. 2 green.
Yeah. More pumpkin. That's fine. It's at least not white. Oh, but you've made it further than me already. Oh.
Oh, 4 mandrakes for me.
So if I put this in the pot, that puts me at 5, and my 3 could make me explode.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm going to put this back in and flip my flask.
Okay.
Watch me grab a mandrake now. Oh, no, I got it right back. Okay. All right.
I drew my 2 white, which brings me to 6.
All right.
I now no longer have any mitigation unless I draw another mandrake, but I don't believe I bought 3 of them. I think I only have 2.
I do have, I think I bought a 1 mandrake, so I think I have one in here, but the chances of it coming out now are slim.
Ah.
Did you just
And
explode?
I just exploded.
Oh, okay. So I have 2, my 2 red, but I have lots of pumpkin, so it gets to move 2 additional. So I now have to decide. So I know that Andrew is only going to get points and not buy. And I'm already far enough ahead that it might just be worth it for me not to push my luck. 3, 4, 5.
And you'll get the die roll, which might be
Yeah.
another point or 2.
But I can't help myself. There's a lot of good stuff in here, so I'm gonna draw 1 or 2 more. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna draw 1 more. That might be a mistake. So I am at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm at the next space of ruby. I'm gonna stop.
Okay, we're actually tied again.
Oh.
But since I exploded, it doesn't
Oh,
matter.
so I only get to roll the die, which gives me 1 point. Black chips. Yours came
So
out.
mine came out, but so that's a
Ruby.
and a droplet move, which is irrelevant at this point.
Right, but might as well play it out. My green came out in the right spot. Did your green?
Mine did not.
No. And then I have 2 purples, so that is 1 point and 1 ruby. Did your purple come out?
I got 1 purple, so that's just a single point.
Okay. Now, next space of ruby, yes for me.
And yes for me.
Yeah, because we got to the same spot. That's right. Points. So we each get 10 points. So 47 to 57. I get to flip this over to show my 50.
And I go from 41 to 51, and I also flip.
Okay. And then I can also buy, but it's the last round, so it's 5 buying power for 1 point.
Yes.
So I get 5 points because I'm at
Okay.
27. 3, 3, 4, 5. And then finally, we can turn in rubies, 2 at a rate of 2 for 1 point. So I have 4 rubies, so that's 2 points.
I have 2 rubies, so that's 1 point.
And there we go. So final score is Andrew has 52 and I have 64. So I am the biggest quack on the block, or something like that. Well, I guess I was best at fleecing the people this time.
And my pushing the boundaries and taking risks didn't really pay out this time.
It exploded in your face quite a bit. I love this game. We have had it on our shelf since it came out, shortly after it came out in 2018. I think we've played it almost 30 times now, which for us is a lot for any given game. For me, this scratches that pool building / deck building itch along with push your luck in such a fun and delightful way that I don't know any other game that does it quite like this. I really enjoy, seeing what I can do with the different ingredients that I buy. I especially love it since we upgraded those pieces. It's so satisfying to shake that bag and hear everything that you have in there. And then it makes it into such a tactile experience in addition to, the feelings of what's coming out next.
But the game isn't completely random in that you still have the interesting decisions of which colors do I specialize in. Mm-hmm. Do I specialize or do I buy lots of different ones? Or do I pick one and just go all in on that strategy?
Yeah, this I think is the first game where I've only bought one blue, especially with this set of ingredient powers. And it actually paid off for me. I was worried that I was going to fall far behind because you were always able to check a few ingredients before putting them into your pot. And that was really interesting. The other really cool thing about this game is in the base set, each ingredient has 4 different powers or 4 different ways it can be played. So those books that we showed, you can flip them over to show a different power, and then there's an additional book that's 2-sided for each of them. And you can play through the game first with all of the same set, because those are usually designed to work together in some way, but you can also mix and match, which we haven't had the bravery to do just yet. But it means there's a lot of different replayability right out of the box.
So one big criticism of Quacks is that it has a runaway leader problem. Yeah. We actually didn't see it in this game that much because you and I traded who was leading like 2 times.
Yeah.
And then at the end, finally, you pulled ahead. What happens there is the player who's leading often gets to go further on the track, so they have more money to spend, so they get to buy more or better chips.
Yeah, which then gives them a better lead on the next round.
And so the rat tail mechanism is a catch-up that tries to fix that. I kind of feel the first expansion fixes that more. So that expansion, the Herb Witches, adds 3 witches with different powers. And you have 3 coins, copper, silver, and gold. So you can pay each witch once to do something special. And that includes things like if you explode, you can still collect both the points and do your buying.
And it has some ways to get additional chips into your bag too. So even if you have exploded, you might be able to do something pretty good and get another 4 chip in your bag somehow. Yeah, I do really like the Herb Witches. We've also played the second expansion, the Alchemists. We've only played that one a couple times. What it seems to add are other ways to score your pot. It's special powers for each pot, and they don't have to be the same from person to person. And depending on how far you get in your pot, you get a special ability for the next round. And that's fun. I don't think it's as necessary as the Herb Witches, at least from our couple of plays so far.
Yeah, the Alchemist feels like a nice add-on. You might decide that it sort of pushes the complexity too high. And in the Alchemist, what you're scoring on is the number of different colors in your pot. So that maybe is a force pushing you to diversify rather than to just only buy blues.
Yeah, like you did. So if this game sounds at all interesting, you might want to track down a friend who has it or try it out at your friendly local game cafe or game shop. Some of them have collections to play. And give it a try. See if you enjoy the pool building and push your luck aspect of it. Otherwise, we'll be back again with another video soon. Until then, like and subscribe.
Yes, and thank you for watching.
Thank you. And then we've also gotten the expansions for the game that add some
We'll add
clapping
that
to the
there.
game.